So this is going to be a really quick video. So I'm using my phone, so I apologize for the audio quality, but I wanted to talk about this little projector console entertainment stand that I built that I'm not finished building. I posted it on a community page to get your guys' opinion on what color I should paint it, and I got a lot of flack about how it looks and how big it is. Let me just talk about my idea behind it, and maybe it'll make more sense. So this is made out of shiplap, it's, as you can tell, but underneath it is just some wood, kind of like this here. I just put wood around the perimeter and then stack my shiplap on top of it. So this whole top section all comes off as one piece, and then the bottom side stays down so that I can get to the projector if I need to move it, switch it out for a review, whatever. But this is just me nailing it. I haven't actually finished it up and made it look pretty. So what I want to do now, because shiplap is so weird, the edges of them are not finished. Now I had to cut some of this in half, so some of the edges are painted, some of them are not. But the idea is to sand this stuff flat and then paint it, right? Now these seams in here, that's the nature of shiplap. You'll have these individual lines, which I'm completely okay with, but I will paint them so that they're not as obvious. Now this piece of shiplap here has a bow to it, so it's not as flat as I want it to be. So I've been putting weight on it to kind of lower it down so that it comes more flush with the projector. So I'll continue to do that so that that edge doesn't stick up as much as it is right now. But again, once I paint it, it will be a lot less noticeable. Same thing with these edges being unfinished, it'll be a lot less noticeable. Now I do plan on actually finishing the edges with some trim, so they'll be gone as well. Then I'll paint the whole thing. So it's not in its finished state. So here's my idea around it. Before, I had all this empty space between the subwoofers. It was just so stupid in my opinion. It was just wasted. The subwoofers are so deep that having all that space in the middle just seems so awkward. And all you had was the projector sitting on pieces of wood and the center channel sitting on its own pieces of wood. It just seemed to take away from the class that I'm going for in my home theater. So I decided to enclose it all. So it's still sitting on stands. The projector is sitting on a stand behind the shiplap. The center channel is sitting on its own stand behind the shiplap. So you can't see what's underneath there. That is the whole point of making this. And the reason why I made it so big is because I wanted to take up some of this negative space. Nothing was ever going to go here on this section. So I wanted to kind of use the space up a little bit, kind of like you would if you were to buy a entertainment stand. It would have been about this big, if not bigger. So the size of it is intentional. It comes out just a little bit further than the subs to make the subs look not so awkward. And then it's really wide just to give space, a takeaway space that was unused. Now, I already know that having my center channel here sucks. I don't have an acoustic transparent screen. Yes, I want one. Yes, I'm looking for some. And yes, there's one company that makes acoustic transparent screens for UST projectors. So hopefully I can get in contact with them to see if we can get one. But as of right now, I'm dealing with what I'm dealt, which is a regular screen that is not acoustically transparent. So I can't put my center channel behind it. So this is how tall the center channel can be. It can't be any taller than this because the projector will be blocked by the center channel. A lot of people say, well, you can raise it up just a little bit. You cannot. This depth here is what causes this not to be. If this was completely flat, then yes, I could raise it all the way to the bottom of the screen. But I can't because it sticks out 8 inches or so. So I have to leave it at that maximum height. So it's not quite as high as I want it to be. Yes, I will tilt it up so it fires more towards my ear level, but this is the best that you can do in this situation with the screen. It doesn't matter if I have a regular projector. I still can't put my center channel behind the screen. Doesn't make a difference. So I have it here right now. Yes, I know that I also have reflections off of the shiplap here, so I will be getting some acoustic treatment on the shiplap in front of it so that I don't cause myself any extra reverberation, any echo, anything that can make the sound any nastier than it is already being down there. So I will be putting some sort of absorption material on that portion of the shiplap so that I don't have any extra reflections or any kind of nasty sounds coming off of that wood. I will fix that. Now, I was talking to you guys asking you, should I paint this? And if I paint it, what color should it be? A lot of you guys said just paint it the same color as the subwoofers. Some people said paint it the same color as the wall. I don't know if you guys can tell. A lot of you guys think my subwoofers are black. They are not painted black. They are actually a slight shade brighter blue than the wall is. The wall is also not black. It is a shade of blue. You can really tell between the acoustic panel and the wall there. The subwoofers are pretty identical in color. So most people say to paint it the same color as the subwoofers or even as the wall. I think that's a great idea because it'll take away from how obvious this really is. I think it'll look a lot better. So I made this intentionally. I know some people don't like it. It's not done. It still needs some work. I still need to tidy up some edges, clean up some stuff, add some trim, and then paint it down. So it's not done. But if you have any trust in me, if you've seen my videos, you guys know that I kind of put myself the crown of a king of making small home theaters look really good. So I'm not going to let this be an eyesore. If you know me at all, you know I'm going to make this work. So I'm going to keep it because it looks better than it did when it wasn't here. So with that being said, I'm going to paint this, trim some edges, and then put some trim around it to make the edges look cleaner. And then I'll get the parts that stick out a little bit more seamless. And I promise you, it'll look okay. I'll put some acoustic treatment right around the front of the center channel so that doesn't add any extra refractions, diffractions, anything like that. And then I'll angle the center channel so that it fires a little more up instead of straight, which is what you need when your center channel is down there. So with that being said, now that you guys see it in video form, leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think about my idea. I think it'll work out fine. It looks so much better than it did before. It will look better after today's video. Also, stay tuned because this will be the last time you guys see these seats. There are new seats coming in this week, and I'm building a riser right now. So if you want to see what I'm doing next, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, and also make sure you click on this next video because I bet you'll like it. Thanks you guys for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already, and we'll see you in the next video. K-Pace Guy out. Peace.